like you've been an integral part of the Punjab Kings outfit since last year, and you've played under several captains now, and including Shreyas. So, where do you rate Shreyas among the captains that you've played under? And the second part of the question is, which batter has been the toughest to bowl to this season, and which batter you're looking forward to face?
Yeah, Shreyas as a captain is definitely up there, if not on top. Um, he he's a pleasure to work with. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he wants from the players. He motivates us, and he drives us to play our best, and to he gives us the space to do what we do well, if it makes sense. It's not a case of it's his way or the highway type of thing, which I think is a very nice feeling as a bowler and a player. Um, and then the most difficult batter was probably it's probably Abhishek and Travis. It's very, very tough to bowl against those two in the power play. Um, and then yeah, bowler, batter, who I'm excited to face next. To be honest, I don't look forward to bowling to any batter in T20 cricket, but yeah, I think probably someone I'll probably enjoy going against is Virat Kohli or um, yeah, one of the bigger players in the tournament.
In IPL 2026, you've been like a first stage bowler in most of the matches with Xavier Bartlett sharing the new ball with Arshdeep Singh. With actually teams um, uh, um, um, the thing is that with the teams going hard at the bowlers in the first 4 overs and looking to keep that momentum going, has it been difficult for you to adapt to the rule?
Yeah, it's. I'm used to taking the first or the second over. But yeah, I also know that I do have the skills to adapt to whatever situation or to adapt to any situation or any particular time in the match to come in and do a job for the team. Um, Obviously, as a swing bowler or someone who's used to bowling with the new ball, you do have you do have a weapon in your hand as well. So coming in a third or fourth or sometimes fifth over is definitely a different approach that I had to take. But it's not a case of me thinking that I can't do a job or I can't take wickets or thinking, okay, cool, there is my weapon is taken away or nothing. It's nothing like that. It's actually the opposite. Because Arshdeep and X they swing the ball consistently and they swing the ball consistently more than what I do. I understand that, and at the same time, I also realize that and understand that I have different attributes, different skills that I bring to the bowling unit and to the table, and um, yeah, it's just from a bowling unit, everyone knows that wherever we bowl, there's a plan, there's a reason, and it's not a case of um, in my case, that they don't believe I can't do a good job bowling the first or second over with the new ball. It's a case of how are we gonna bowl well um with the ball as a unit, if it makes sense. So usually bowling in the middle, Shashank not bowling the first few games and then all of a sudden comes in, takes two in his first over in this season. So I think it's a I think it's a good place to be at. It's a nice place to be at as a bowler and a player, and as a bowling unit, because we know it doesn't matter where we bowl, doesn't matter where Shreyas decides to bowl a certain bowler or a particular bowler. We know there's a reason behind it, and we know that whoever has the ball in his hands at that particular time, whether it's in the power play, in the middle, or at the death, we fully believe and we trust that guy will do the best job for the team.
The last 1.5 years have been exceptionally good for you as a cricketer, both international and you've been doing well in IPL as well. Marco, tell me, you're someone as a bowler. who doesn't bowl that many variations that other pacers do in T20 cricket. You have been sticking to your hard lengths more often than not. Do you think that has been one of the reasons for you doing well in both Test cricket internationally and in T20 as well?
It doesn't surprise me because Josh Hazelwood does the exact same. People still ask the same. I still ask the same question. How does he just hit a length and he picks up wickets? He doesn't go for a lot of runs and he's consistent as well. Um, he also has variations. I also have one or two variations. But I think it comes down to both of us. Like we tall bowlers. We bowl different lengths. There's something different we give to a bowling unit that makes sense. And I think the problem, especially when I was younger, it came in where I was trying to bowl similar to what other guys were bowling, if it makes sense. Sort of sort of not realizing that what I bring to the table is different. It's always completely different to what other bowlers are bringing to the table, and I have to find my own way to be effective and to put consistent performances in for the team. And I think the last year or so, I felt comfortable in my own skin. I felt comfortable in doing what I feel is best to help me stay consistent and perform on a consistent basis. Obviously, you're going to get your off days, but um, the goal is just to try and stay consistent and not have those good performances few and far between. Try and stack them as close as possible.
Niharika, you can go.
Regarding the Punjab bowling lineup, like we know that this IPL has been all about the fireworks which the Punjab batters have produced, but at the same time, it's the bowlers which have been the silent engine room of this team. So I just want to know from you, like how it is to, be in this bowling lineup where everybody is collectively putting in. There aren't any standout wicket takers yet. And could you also talk a bit about, like how do you differentiate the balance between attack and defense in your bowling group this season?
Yeah, the all the attention and all the fireworks, like you say, is around our batting, and I think it's not just our batting, but it's the whole IPL in general. People want to come out and watch the ball fly everywhere. People hit 110-meter sixes and stuff like, which is understandable, and that's what makes the game attractive to the viewers. So we as players we understand that, but at the same time, people also value and they also appreciate good bowling. So for us as a unit, I think I think we know exactly what each and every bowler can do and what he does best. And I think on the particular day, it's a case of reading the conditions, trying multiple options if needs be. If not, then we just keep it simple. But um, I think everyone has different skills. Everyone has a different way of going about it. Everyone has a different way of going about bowling in different situations. And I think what we've done really well is that it's not a case of one way suits all, if it makes sense. It's sort of like, okay, Abhishek, what do you do? Or what are you thinking? Ash, what are you thinking? Marco, what do you think? And I think we've done really well in embracing each and everyone's opinion and each and everyone's view on how they think would be best to go about it. And we sort of we back each other, we understand and we support one another in whatever way they feel is the best way for them to do a good job for the team. And I think that's something we've done really, really well. And then regarding the wicket taking column, um, yeah, for me that's a tricky one because you can have one bowler who's on top of the wicket takers um, list, but then all the other bowlers might not be as fortunate. So um, I think for us, it's nice to see that everyone is at least executing what they training to do, and also they're going into games and match days where they've trained a particular skill and they and they're executing that, and and they're putting the team in a position where we can win that particular game.
Marco, I want to ask about your brother and your bonding in the cricket area. You and your brother Duan made history by being the first twins in the IPL. Growing up in South Africa, you much did competing against him shape the aggressive cricketer we see today. Is there a specific moment in your youth career where you realized that cricket wasn't just a hobby, but a platform that you should take you to the global level?
To be honest, when I was 17, because my brother and myself, when we were younger, we always wanted to play rugby. Rugby is our main sport in South Africa. So we always wanted to be rugby players, and then by the age of 16, I think, we decided to leave rugby and pursue cricket. But I remember, particularly when I was 17, like there was never a specific moment or somewhere where I thought to myself that I'm going to make it in cricket. I didn't even think it was possible. Because I was always used to seeing a lot of other players, a lot of other people where I would think to myself that they are so much better than what I am. I'm not putting in performances. I'm not playing well. Yeah, I'm not getting picked for squads and teams and stuff. And I think um, when I after school, when I went to university, I got an opportunity to move to Bloemfontein. I got my first franchise contract there, and I think things didn't change there, but I think I realized that if I ever had the chance to make this a career, that was probably the best opportunity that I could use. And um, yeah, I made my breakthrough year when I was playing for Warriors in Port Elizabeth. There was one season where I did really, really well, and that's sort of when I got my breakthrough and made my debut for the Proteas. Did okay, and yeah, since then I was just adamant on trying to make this a fruitful career for myself.
Marco, do you have a different approach to your bowling plan for the afternoon matches compared to the evening ones, keeping in mind the pitch condition and other variables?
No, it's the same. It's the same approach. I think just what I bowl or the options, the options what I or the the options change based on the conditions. So if a wicket is good, like the previous game, the wicket was really, really good for batting, we felt, and um that approach sort of on the go, you sort of try and formulate a way of going about it. There's no set way of bowling, or there's no preconceived ideas how I want to go about it. I obviously have my basics that I stick to and that I always do and I always follow my processes that I follow. But it's always a case of trying to sum up the conditions as quickly as possible and then finding a way to be as effective as I can be on that particular day.
Well, Marco, relay catches have become a regular feature now. We saw one from Shreyas as well. I want to know from you, how much has the need for elite athleticism changed the standard of fielding in T20 cricket? And how much of that is instinct and is something that the team has drilled into this unbeaten run?
Yeah, as a fielder, especially the fielders on the boundary, you you try and put the fielders or the people there that are fairly quick and that are agile and that can move very or quite quickly across the ground. It has changed. It has changed the game a lot. Um, yeah, I think obviously I haven't played back in the day, but now like seeing guys doing a lot of training around like sprinting and trying to get quicker and being more agile and fragile and or not fragile but more agile when it comes to fielding. It definitely changes the game. because there's catches being taken where 20, 30 years back you wouldn't even think of people pulling off those type of catches. So it makes it nice as a bowler to know you have guys like that on the fence, but also as a batter, it sort of haunts you sometimes because you hit a ball sometimes and you think it's just over the line, and then Shreyas plucks out a catch like that. So yeah.
You have been part of three franchises in the past and in Punjab Kings for the last 2 years. What has changed in terms of tactical preparations, and what type of information or what kind of information do you carry while coming into the game?
Tactically or meetings wise, nothing really is different. It's just the basics. We speak about the opposition, we try and formulate plans and ways of going about it, and then it's a case of leaving it up to the players. Because you can have 10 different plans in meetings, and then on that particular day, then none of those plans can work. So for us, it's very important to plan. Firstly, which is important, you have to have a rough idea or a rough sketch or feel about how you want to go about it. But at the same time, it's all about adapting to conditions. Whether you're batter, bowler, you have to assess, you have to be able to read the conditions, you have to be able to read the game situation at the same time, and then formulate as you go. You formulate plans as you literally every over. There's plans being formed. There's information being shared. There's a lot happening on the field in a T20 game, and that's how we do it. And I'm sure other teams do it and approach it the same way as well. Um, the difference is just how well can you execute whatever you decide to do in that moment.
No, so I was asking about in the second half of the game, in the death overs especially, we've seen a lot of use of variations, slower bouncers, wide workers, things like that. Discussion has been within the bowling group, and yeah, and as a bowling group, how you've been able to support each other on the field in those.
So yeah,
Is
so
that
I think you also had a fielding question, but I'll answer that after this one. I think as a so it's not a case of going defensively. I think it's a case of we're always assessing and thinking of ways to stop the opposition from scoring, and obviously make it as hard as possible for them to score runs, especially at the death. And in the power play as well, but we just approach it differently because in the power play you only have two fielders out, and at the death and in the middle overs you have five fielders out, so it makes it a bit easier for us as a bowling unit to sort of bowl towards a certain plan, if it makes sense. There's more fielders that can help you get wickets, and for us at the death, I think it's just about how do we. If the opposition is batting well, how do we stop them from scoring? And if we're on top, how do we stop them from scoring? But also at the same time, how can we bowl them out and get the innings done and dusted as quickly as possible? Yeah, you because batters are so good, they hit sixes over point these days. I don't know how they do it, but they do it. So it's quite difficult to set a different or set a particular plan for all the batters. It's just about trying to be smart and just basically keeping them on their toes. You always have to make the batter think twice or guess what the next ball is going to be.
In the last 3 years, you've played in three different leagues with the South Africa League and the US League and the IPL now. So you know within India, we have different cultures, different people speaking different languages. So how difficult or challenging is it for you to adapt across three different international leagues where different people come from different countries, speak different languages, etc.?
No, for me, I always try and embrace the culture, and always try and and learn as much as possible. So, for instance, yeah, Arshdeep and I, we always speak, always make jokes, and we make friends along the way as well. So I try and see it as an opportunity. But also at the same time, I have my people back home where if I want to call them, I can call them, I can speak to them, I can not, I can relax, I can be myself. Where Yeah, we have a short career. If you are blessed enough, then you can play 10, 12 years or whatever the case may be. But I see it as I have a short career and I want to make it count. And at the same time, if I can make a handful of friends at the same time, then I'm going to do that.
Have you learned
We
any
have
Punjabi words?
TK, Shukriya, and then there's other words, but I can't say that, yeah.
Thanks.
we have one last question. With respect to Shreyas's captaincy, why he appears to be inspirational and what kind of leader is he and so on.
Yeah, so Shreyas, he knows what he wants. He knows what he wants to achieve. He's very goal driven. He's very headstrong. And it's very easy to see when we are in meetings and stuff like that and at training. He's very driven. And I think from a team's point of view, it's nice to have a captain like that. Yeah. So it's like you sort of just follow his lead. You know, he's going to lead the team in a way where it's going to put the team in a position to not just win games, but also if you're lucky enough to win a trophy as well. And it's nice to play. It's nice to play under his captaincy. He's up for discussions. He's always welcoming. It's never a case of it feels like a dictatorship. He makes everyone feel valued and welcomed. And as a player, it's very, very nice to have a captain like that, where you feel you can go to the captain, you can express or you can speak about certain things about the game, and not just that, but he'll give his advice or he'll give his 2 cents about it as well, and then he'll formulate a plan with you to help you get better if needs be, and to take the team forward and stuff like that, which is nice.